Alright, what is up everyone, and welcome back to a new vid. So today I want to talk about a little something, a little bit of relevancy. To be a little more specific, why are some of these celebrities still relevant? And honestly, some of them you've probably never heard of unless if you're in some niche community, but others you've most likely have. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk about it. The first person I want to talk about is the NBA 2K killer, and that is, for those of you who don't know who Ronnie 2K is, I really don't know what he is. He's the guy that hypes up the NBA 2K games, I think. I haven't played 2K since 23, and after that, that's when the games really went downhill. A lot of people say the games went downhill a lot sooner, but for me, I think that's when it kind of went to shit. Especially after they got rid of my team in NBA 2K24. But the big reason why, I don't understand why he's so famous is because, 2K is basically a dying series, even though that they're the most popular, sports series, out right now. And two, and he's propping up a dog shit game that no one likes. And it's basically a $70 advertisement disguised as a basketball game. So, yeah. Can someone tell me why he's still famous? Thanks. Oh, yeah. In words of Flight, fuck Ronald and fuck Mike Wang. On to the next person. Next person I want to talk about is someone, if you are in the sports media realm, then you would know this face really well. And unfortunately, I know this face way too well. Bro, I cannot put into words how much I hate Nick Wright. I hate that man with an absolute burning passion, bro. Alright, look. Everyone is entitled to have their own opinions. Especially when it comes to the debate of who is the better player, LeBron James or Michael Jordan. And I'm not trying to make this video about that. I'm making the video about the cases that he makes of why Nick Wright thinks LeBron James is the GOAT. Pretty dumb ones, but honestly, that I really don't care about. But however, where you lose me is where you tear down one person just to say that another person's better. And this is the shit that Nick Wright does almost every single time. I would go on and make a more in-depth video about this later, but this is kind of what I want to talk about just for right now. Next, who I want to talk about is not a person, but it's more like a certain group of people. And it's a really famous band that I'm pretty sure almost all of you have heard at least once. Maroon 5. Look. I get it. Not a whole lot of people talk about them anymore, but I only liked one of their songs, and that was Animals, which I thought was a pretty good song. But everything else to me aged just like milk. And everyone says, oh, co-worker music this, co-worker music that. Brother, that is the definition of co-worker music if I ever heard it. Again, I think Animals is a good song, but honestly, everything else, in my opinion, just really didn't age well, if you know what I'm saying. And last but not least, well, I was going to do 5, and I was going to put Baby Gronk in there, but I think it'd be kind of low-hanging fruit to make fun of an elementary school kid. But last but not least, the person I want to talk about the most in this is the one and only, and that certain someone is none other than Jake Paul. And honestly, what hasn't been said about Jake Paul throughout the years on YouTube? I mean, with all the cringy 2017 era type shit, we can all look past that. But something that really rubs me the wrong way is his, for lack of a better word, boxing career. I say lack of a better word because, actually, never mind, I did find a better word. It's more of a spectacle than an actual career.
Come on, bro. You call yourself a professional boxer. You say you're 12-1, but however, half your competition has been fucking retired UFC fighters where, boxing is not their main sport. And to further my case, your only loss came from a real boxer who was your age. Same thing with Logan. I'm not the biggest fan of Logan. I don't like his prime stuff. I don't like the fact that he's in the WWE. And I don't like the fact that, his all that NFT shit was just all swept under the rug because of his name. I guess if you're relevant for long enough, or if you make an impact in like a negative way like Jake Paul, I guess doesn't matter how much time pass, you're still going to be relevant. Which I'm not saying all these people are bad. I'm just saying some of these people are bad. Hello, Nick Wright. Hello, Jake Paul. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it through, like, sub, rate 5 stars. Guess I'll see y'all around. Peace.